Hey, it's Eric with the Kachman residence to give them an estimate on a new heat pump and also moving their refrigerant line, and I'll show you the refrigerant line, what we're going to do with that in the video. Existing air handler is a variable speed air handler, 21 and a half, 21 and a half inches wide, 43 inches tall. You can see they have an electric water heater there. So if we're going to, we have about 19 inches to squeeze an air handler through here. So we could come back with the 002 and it would slide right in through here, but we'd have to have a new return box. If we did an 005 or something like that, we would just have to go up a little bit, like 10 inches or so on the supply plenum, which is fine. But we'd probably just we'd have to lift the air handler over this water heater. So it'd be a little bit more involved if we used the 005, but it would still work. I guess you could kind of turn it sideways. Or, well, it's 21 inches, so I guess it would be a little bit more difficult. So looks like it's designed for the 21 inches though in here. So I'm guessing we could kind of lift everything out of here, but I'll coordinate with Bob and see what he thinks about everything. 6 wire and 10 wire coming to the air handler, 15 kW. You can see they have a UV light up there, and we're given options on changing that. This is one of the returns over here, and they have another return tapped off the return box right over here, coming through here. We're also going to move this thermostat from right here, and we're going to move it over a little bit so it's not, so you don't see it in the mirror. So we want to move it over as far over until it doesn't, we can't see it in the mirror. So I think probably about this spot right here. And so the main thing about the install is he wants to move this refrigerant line because they're having some cabinetry put in. And you can see the refrigerants are coming down underneath of, I guess, kind of like some joists up here. So we want to move those up. This is all going to be gone. A contractor's ripping all this, but we can cut holes. You can see where that white pipe is and that wood's coming through above. That's like plywood. We can cut holes in the plywood and we can lift up that refrigerant line and kind of just make it go above everything and out through the wall. So definitely would have Bob come out here and take a look at it, but this is what you see. You can see that wood piece right there, but all that piping, like they're gonna move all that, so we'll just kind of we could either cut the refrigerant line here. I think that's really our only option, is to cut this refrigerant line and raise it up. So we may want Bob to come out and take a look at it just before everything, just so we can kind of figure out what we want to do. But that's the plan. Here's the outside unit. So we'll come in through the fence right there. 2.5 ton heat pump. If we're going to run a new refrigerant line from the outside and reconnect it to the inside portion, we're going to come out right through that exhaust, that top exhaust is, because he's not using that anymore. He's getting rid of that fan from his, they're not using that stove exhaust anymore. 3/8 and 3/4 refrigerant line, 10 wire coming to the 2.5 ton heat pump. So definitely need a site survey from Bob for this.